Welcome to this video. If you look at the date at the top, you'll see that it's almost time to release the ISOs. And what we always do, super brave, what we always do is make an information. Basically, ArcoLinux info is all about information. Is making a release article, and the one that's going to be released is always at the top here. But of course, time moves on. All the releases are here, so the 2024 will go in here next month, and we'll have releases 2025 there. Each month we write up what's new and how to stay rolling. So that's the only thing you need to do in ArcoLinux, that is keep up with what we change, basically, because often it's a choice in Lego blocks. We want to choose this rather than that, and that's, well, keeping track of what changes. And not everything is for you, I'm sure. So you read the titles and 10 seconds later you're off, or you listen to videos, and at the bottom we already have the how to stay rolling video and what is new. I'm gonna make this one together here now. So it says what is new, ArcoLinux 24.12 December. So how to stay rolling is there already, and there was not much to do, but there's an interesting things in there about key signing and ArcoLinux keyring and stuff like that. So what did we change? Right, you either scan through or you watch a video, up to you. At some point in time, if you want to install ArcoLinux, the one that's now available, it's not going to work, right? So ArcoLinux, we are based on Arch. We are basically an ArcoLinux distribution. I know they don't like me saying that, but we're using the Lego blocks, but we don't like the how to install it, right? So if we do it by commands, then you can do this and learn this in the ArcoLinux D website, where you have phases, and phase 7, I believe, is going to be all about Arch, just Arch, right? So that means you start with this. And the issue was that the ISO that's currently available, you can't install ArcoLinux with the Arch install if you selected sound. That I went and studied this particular GitHub, right? ArcoLinux, Arch install, not from us. And in here it has a code, build ISO. And I thought, oh, what's that? Tried to run it. And I said, oh, this can be used for me, right? This is a personal project, and personal what if. What if I use this thing, change it into my thing, right? github.com/ericdubois/Arco install rather than Arch install. It's the same thing, but no, it isn't, right? So you compare these two guys with Melt, and you'll find out that we have added something extra to the equation. In the default profiles, we have a desktop that the others don't have. We have Chat WM. So we can choose from this ISO that we built, we can choose whether we want Chat WM and all the packages from Arch, but also from ArcoLinux. The ones I choose, right? It's a personal thing. Again, nothing for official release, but it's super interesting because I'm totally in control. I am on a pure Arch, right? Right? You get what I mean with that. We add the ArcoLinux repos to it, and then he knows where to get it. Think further, you add the Endeavor repos, the Garuda repos, the Chaotic repos to it, and there you go. Just select, I don't know, Qtile, change it whenever you see fit, right? GNOME, whatever you want, keep adding, comma, and then go on and type the extra packages, just Lego blocks, right? And that's basically what we discovered, or what if that we had. So okay, if we go change this Arch install into an Arco install, do our thing with it, we get an ISO that is out of the box pure Arch, but has Chat WM with all the things I'd like, right? So that's an interesting thing. There are already 5 videos, and I'm sure gonna make a few more, but have a look. Maybe it will give you an idea. Say, okay, sounds good. ArcoLinux logout has been changed by a user, by the way. Yeah, Korbajan here. So he says, okay, well, let's try to make a change into the code of ArcoLinux logout and make a difference, to assign a different key. So rather than L for logout, you do Y or whatever, right? So the letters that are in here can be changed, whether if you have a different keyboard, then it makes sense maybe to change those. So that's available now. Change the key bindings if you want. Documentation in the video. PyChem is working very hard. So then I mean by that, the developers of PyChem are working and changing and releasing new packages, and with a application comes a configuration, right? Now we have 28, I was astounded, but 28 projects of ours have the pychem.conf. If I have to change every single package each time when they change something, so what we did is we maintain a single pychem.conf. We changed that, but it's basically backend, or how do you say, server side, my side of the world. That is, I'm gonna get one pychem.conf and put them in the 28. So you'll see from time to time updates, and that's then specifically for the pychem.conf, because, and that's a good thing, right? That the developers say some of your settings have generated warnings. Check the console output of PyChem for more information. Offending options are refresh rate, right? I think it's a super great idea to give us already a clue where to look. So we've done that. So from time to time, PyChem will change. I'll change it on one place, and I'll build 28 packages, and you'll get it all, okay? At this point in time, PyChem is not very healthy inside VirtualBox, and that's very simple to kill PyChem, and that's Ctrl-Alt-O if you are on a tiling window manager. That's the key binding to kill it. Ctrl-Alt-O. ALCI, we have, well, that's basically the ArcoLinux Calamares installer. If this was, let's go up again. If this was the Arco install without Calamares and pure Arch, then this is the ArcoLinux installation with Calamares, and we've made Xenmod in the process. So there were some name changes going on the AOR and all that. So I've changed and shown you how to create or recreate the ALCI Xenmod ISO, so that you can maybe create something else, right? There are so many kernels out there. So this is about ISO building. If you are in that phase, and we have a learning phase, if you ArcoLinux University, there's a learning path that we kind of subscribe, and you jump in wherever you like, but this is some kind of phases, ideas. Don't start with something that's too difficult and then you give up. Start gradually learning things and then move along is better. We were here, right? So the Nemesis scripts, why are they so interesting? Because after a clean install, none, and I mean explicitly, none of the Linux distributions are the way you want them. Software doesn't need to be there. Software that I'm missing, configurations that are rubbish, right? Change anything and stay in control. That is basically the end goal of ArcoLinux. Whether you are on Ubuntu or Linux Mint or anything, right? We're teaching you stuff on GNOME, on XFCE, on ChatWM. ChatWM moves over so many distributions, right? So that's the goal, right? Staying in control, learning from videos, articles from our system, and then with that knowledge, I'm totally typing everything wrong here. So remember this one, there it was. That's the one you need to have a look at, because everything you kind of need to take control is in the script somewhere, right? And we can take control of all these repositories, operating systems or distros that are based on Arch. But last weeks we have told you that you can take control on all of these as well, specifically for ChatWM. So let's install ArcoLinux, ChatWM, ArcoLinux apps, ArcoLinux configs on all of these or any of these. And that's the fun, right? Staying in control and realizing it's all Linux. All right, so new README, these scripts are for Linux, fine. So here are all the lists again. Okay, shouldn't have been going there. It's here. And then, yeah, cool, but super news. So KPM core, there was an issue, and now we don't have to build our own personal projects. Everything is working, and we are working, of course, as usual, with the last code of Calamares. So if you are a developer, if you want to learn about how can I make an ISO, and you want to use Calamares, of course, since now there is an alternative, basically, that's the Arco install, the Arch install, right? If you want to use Calamares, make an account and make sure you follow up on everything they're saying, and all the issues that are currently available or well are currently there, right, will be fixed or not fixed. It is a project that is a Swiss knife. Many distributions use Calamares, but that's entirely up to you to choose whether you want that or not. So what's new? We're done, right? This is it. Scan through it again once a month, beginning of the month, I say, when we release our ISOs, scan through the changes and then forget about it, right? If you got more time, watch the video and voila, you know a little bit more, and that's it. Enjoy your system. Cheers.